the intermediate level, a lot of the time people struggle with feeling like they don't know enough. So particularly if they're thinking of dancing with somebody who's a higher level than them, there's a lot of fear around, I don't have enough stuff yet. And this idea that somehow you can collect at some point enough stuff and then you can then win at Lindy Hop. And I think that really, I mean, and Peter Loggins is always like the guy who I look to for this sense of like, ultimately, we're doing a dance that involves holding hands with a human who may or may not know and enjoying a song together. And really for me, that is it. That is what connection is, and that's what musicality is. It doesn't have to be the same thing for every person, but there does have to be a sensitivity as to the person who you're holding on to, and that doesn't mean that you have to have a very advanced level of connection, but there does have to be a high level of care. And again, this is possibly a social thing that is tricky, because we learn the dance often quite methodically and mechanically, in terms of, if you do this, this is the effect, and this, if we do this, this is the effect, instead of, here is a person, let's hold on to them and hold them in this song and have a really lovely experience together. And I always feel that with those newer dancers, I just want to say to them, like, of course, dance with me. Don't apologise that you don't know any moves, because I don't care. But if you can hold me in a nice way and we move around nicely together to a song, I'm happy. But I understand that process and that hunger to gain more and more material. But I love the idea of, simplifying everything so that we can just say, hey, we can just do basics, but we can really focus on how we feel together and how we're interacting with the music and each other, instead of thinking of it as a library of movements that we can somehow collect and then churn them out, and that will be a good dance.